What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno, and I'm here to give you guys a brief update on Metal Gear Solid news. We're going to start off with the news regarding the possible rumored Metal Gear Solid movie, which was originally supposed to be starred in by Oscar Isaac playing Snake. Honestly, it appeared that Oscar Isaac had went out of his way to get, or as I would say, publicly say that he wants to play Snake. And he got some support, he got some pushback. Honestly, looking at him visually, and not to mention him being a great actor, I could see the fit. He could possibly play Snake. Just want to make sure they, more so I think they'll be able to find, I don't think it's going to be difficult to find an actor to give us the visuals of believing that we're getting an adaptation of Snake. I like Oscar Isaac visually. I'd also like to nominate the possibility of getting Soldier Boy from The Boys. I mean, this just matches up perfect. I mean, even this visual with him smoking on the cigar, I can see, and with the beard itself, I can see him being Snake. I could see him possibly getting the voice down as well. He had that little bit of a dark, raspy tone of voice. I've got no qualms with him playing Snake. I'd also like to nominate Butcher from The Boys as well. A little bit more rougher around the eyes. The only criticism I have is does he have the capability of moving outside of the accent that I've seen from the Boys series? Can he, get that nice American gritty voice down? I wouldn't mind seeing him taking up on the mantle of being Snake in a Metal Gear cinematic film. Some articles I've read with them elaborating with this Metal Gear Solid movie was they want to make sure that they get the tone right to be able to really adapt Metal Gear Solid. And they said that it's not necessarily an easy task, and perception-wise, trying to condense a Metal Gear Solid film, for its first film, because it is a serious. If it were to be a movie, it's definitely a serious toned movie. Even in the video game, it's a very serious video game. But then at times there are some silly moments as well, along with it being serious. And them deciding whether or not if they want to implement that into a film, that's a tough decision itself. Quite honestly, with all of the developers that have been a part of this franchise, I would appreciate them taking their time and doing it right instead of them just feeling like I'm just going to come out with a movie that could possibly come out with the upcoming video game that they've been developing as well. So beyond that, there's also been a recent video interview with the cast of Metal Gear, and I'm just going to break it down and read this article off to you. So, Konami's Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater's producer, Noriaki Akamura, has addressed the idea of working with series creator and undeniable gaming giant Hideo Kojima in the first Metal Gear production hotline video released today. In the video, Akamura is seen answering a tough question straight away regarding potential future involvement of the original developer team. Which brings up the creator. Akamura notes that people have moved on to new things and new commitments, and that's just our current reality. Though continues on to express his personal desires in the matter. Quote unquote, "It's not my place to answer on the behalf of anyone outside of the company, or to guess how they might feel about it. Akamura said, but just speaking for myself personally, I'd like nothing better than to work with Mr. Kojima and the rest of the team again. If that could happen, that would be the dream. So despite Kojima and his team not working on the new Metal Gear Solid game, Akamura notes they will be credited on the game, which makes sense given how ingrained into the franchise they are. But on a related detail, since we had a lot of questions about this, Mr. Kojima and all the original development staff are of course credited for their original roles, quote unquote. They were already included in the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, and they'll be listed in Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater as well. They're a part of this game. They are part of these games too. So absolutely, they're in. Akamura also reiterates that there was no recasting for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. So the same voice actors will be heard in the upcoming game. The conversation then shifts back toward what developers are working on the game, to which Akamura once again returns the original team. We do still have many of the same people who worked on the original Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater as part of the team. And we're also working with a number of people at outside partners. In particular, we're working closely with the very skilled team of virtuos. All right. Who have previously helped us on the other Metal Gear titles, as well, he states. They're assisting us on several fronts, especially because we're building this game in Unreal Engine 5 instead of the Fox engine that we've been using up until now. Their expertise in that area has been a huge help. We're really glad to have them working with us. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is expected to release via PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S with no confirmed release date yet. Some of the footage that I've seen in the remastering of Snake Eater, story remains the same, but there's a lot more components that's been added on. I believe, well, the video that I did see, they've got like, based off the decisions that you make and the injuries that you obtain periodically through the game will carry with you. Environmental upgrades as well is included. So seeing that with the remastering of Snake Eater, with the graphics improvement, I'm pretty sure the boss fights are going to be a bit similar, but it'll probably a little more detailed. I could only imagine that it won't be as easy to take down the end as it was when it originally came out. I want to see how these rations and, well, when I played Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, I used the poison rations to defeat the end. I followed the footsteps to an extent. Of course, I did not beat it on my first run, and nor do I think anybody. Matter of fact, if anybody was able to run through Snake Eater their first run and defeat the end without dying during first run, let me know in the comment box, because he was like the highlight of the game to me. Well, okay, other than that final fight against Big Boss, where once you defeat Big Boss, you get that Patriot boy. Yeah, that stood out to me a lot. I'm really excited for it. I want to see how they implement the camouflage engine. I believe that was originally on the Fox engine that they were using before, but with Unreal, I want to know, are the I guess you would call them minions, soldiers, or enemies, if they're how much improvement their intelligence is in regards to acknowledging camouflage, because that was a huge deal. You used to have to switch up your suits and camouflage on the video game. So movements and such, and footsteps, and the environment being able to move, I'm really excited for it. Guys, let me know what you guys think about if you want to see a Metal Gear Solid movie, if you like these actors, if you like, these set of actors, or if you actors to play Snake, or if you have an actor in mind you want to play Snake, feel free to hit that comment box. if you're excited for the upcoming video game that they're developing for Metal Gear. And also let me know if you're going to grab the Metal Gear Solid collection, and if you're going to replay all of those games with it being remastered as well. And you know what? I'm going to also throw in there, what's your favorite Metal Gear Solid game? Mine's the Snake Eater. I know the consensus amongst my peers growing up, they like the sequel the most. Yep, that's all I got for you guys regarding this Metal Gear Solid movie update. I'm Jay Leno, and I'm out.
Yippee-ki-yay.